back to a new and improved Crown Family Outdoors, because since September 28th, I became a dad. So it's no longer, just Crown Outdoors, and, I'll have family members come and participate and be in videos and whatnot. So it just made sense to go to Crown Family Outdoors. So today's video, I'm just going to show you guys kind of what I use throughout the season, depending on if I actually use this stuff or not. But I hope you guys enjoy. So first off, I'm going to show you guys so this is a redhead kind of bag, if you would. It just clips in the back, and like that, you get side pockets to put stuff in, and like even this side you get a pocket. If you were to ask Dylan, my brother-in-law, he'd say this is a snack pack, but I could just call it my call bag and important stuff. So yeah, you get a couple zippers here. You get like a little zipper in here. It's kind of where I keep my range finder. And you get your collars. So I'll do a little bit. I'll show you guys the new and improved buck runner I just recently got. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Holds all my stuff: doe can, rattling bag, and a doe bleat. So take this off, and I guess I'll show you guys what the collar. First off, we have the SIG Buckmaster 1500, the 6 zoom 1500. So it's a laser. Let's say on top. Kind of have to wipe it down. It's a little dirty. But yeah, made by SIG. I got it from Cabela's quite a few years ago. Probably like when I first started bow hunting, so that'd been like 2019, something like that I started. But yeah, it's very easy to use. All you have to do is just turn it on, press the range, and it will put a little, oh, you can kind of see the laser in there. But it'll tell you pretty much everything you need to know. So it'll give you the range, the angle you're at, and then to switch between the displays, you just use the mode button, and you just like press and hold. You can adjust the brightness. You can put it to meters instead of yards. I always use yards because I'm more familiar with yards. This is the Primo's rattling bag. Pretty simple, just to mock when the bucks collide. So usually before the rut, so pre-ruts, maybe like a week or two before, just kind of make some sounds. But all you have to do is just kind of rub your hands together. Ooh, that's probably bad, but just rub your hands together, and it's just supposed to mimic antlers clashing. So pretty simple, pretty good. I've called in a couple bucks using this, just smaller ones, but overall a good product. So the next thing that I always, well, that's new to me this year is sorry, let me make sure I get this, the Extractor 4-in-1 buck grunter. So if you look at it, it's got buck, doe, and fawn call, and then they got a little, like a, kind of like if a buck is close, and you kind of just, I'll start with that one. So it's like when a buck and another buck are near, a lot of times a buck will make kind of sounds like that, of just saying like, hey, I'm in the area, get out. So it's pretty much just to intimidate bucks. So the grunt part, so you get this a little bit. You get the buck call, so it's like that, and then it goes to doe, and then it switches to fawn. So compared to my Primo's doe in a can, or the can, I guess. So comparing it to this, compared to this would actually be a lot louder than this. So I don't even really know how much more of this I will use, because I have a 4-in-1 buck runner by, I think it's Flextone, something like that, Flextone. But overall, good product. So yeah, you can find this at Cabela's, Walmart, Scheels, pretty much Probably even Amazon. Amazon's got everything. Same thing with this. This is the Bone Collector Doe Bleat. I bought it pretty recently. I mean, like probably 2 years ago, if you call that recent. But I use this quite a bit. Actually called in some deer, but it's very loud, very obnoxious, and brings them in. But again, I'm not sure how often I'll use this because I got that other collar that's got a 4-in-1. Pretty much it's just a little, just a doe bleat. That's all it is. You can do like wheezes, you can do bleats, and my uncle, he's on like the opposite side of the woods where I hunt, and he can hear me when I use this. So it's pretty loud and pretty effective. Now to the next thing, scent eliminator, which is very important when the deer are downwind from you. You don't want them to be able to smell you. So I like to use dead downwind products. So it's a laundry detergent formula, and it's just simply put your gear in the washing machine, put a cap full, let it run, and then when it's done, you throw it in the dryer. But when you use the dryer, they make Nose Jammer dryer sheets. Now, Nose Jammer is a really good company that I like, that they actually make your clothes, it's like a natural vanilla scent. But to deer, I mean, I've used the dryer sheets, sat in my stand, and I had deer walk underneath me that were downwind from me. So it was kind of a harder for them to smell me. So the next thing also is the dead downwind field spray. So night before, you spray up all your clothes after, it's like say you washed them, you dry sheeted them, and then you put them in a bin. Well, instead of having the need to wash them, you can just spray it with the dead downwind field spray and let them dry the night before, and then you can put the clothes on and they'll smell just as fresh as you did as you washed them. So personal products like the dead downwind deodorant. Long lasting, just simple, apply under the armpits, has no scent, and just eliminates your odor for like a good couple hours. And then the next thing would be the dead downwind body wash and shampoo. So this stuff's actually really good. I mean, it's easy to apply. There's like no harsh chemicals, safe for the skin, no detergents, and no dyes. What I like to use is Nose Jammer itself, Nose Jammer in a can. So if it's in the wrong wind, all you have to do is just spray it in the wind, and it makes a natural vanilla scent that blocks your scent from the deer. Now, it's not terrible for the deer, just like pretty much an enzyme of a scent that instead of a deer smelling what a human would smell like, they smell like natural vanilla and have a harder time of breaking where you are. So right now I have the smaller can that I still have a lot left, but I'll bring it. At the time when I bought another can, this can was cheaper than this can. It was on sale. So this is a brand new can. So we'll be good on that for a while. So the harness is probably the most important thing with the lifeline rope. I don't have the lifeline rope with me because right now it's currently wrapped around my tree, ready for me to go into my stand. But it's the muddy, I think it's the extra large harness. But I got this when I first started, and there's no wears and tears. It's been a really good product to me. I'm able to wear it comfortably and feel secure when I'm up in the tree. It's pretty much pretty basic. You got this that clips onto the tree. When you get up and clips onto your lifeline, it just screws up. It just screws on there. So then the carabiner can't open. And it's just like another safety measure. Yeah, it's safe. It's pretty much easy. You just go like this, put it over your shoulders, like that. And then you have use the baby stuff. This is the basement of the house. So pretty much it just goes, man, oh man, it's normally easy. There you go. So it goes like this, and you just pull it up. And then this one does the same. We'll do it from the side because it's kind of, there you go. Just as simple as that. And it's got little clips that it'll pull itself and they can't move. And then it's just simply, you have your little chest plate here. Just like that. This will clip, and then there's a little chest protector thing. You clip it, so it looks like that. Well, not like that, flipped, but that kind of secures it. And then you tighten this up, you tighten your legs up. Now, the most important question. What do you use to take out the deer? Do you use a compound, crossbow? Pretty much it's up to you. I first started out, it was like a Father's Day deal. I was in Council Bluff, Iowa, and there's this crossbow that I really liked. I wasn't really that great at pulling a compound back, and I just kind of wanted a easy way to get into bow hunting at the time when I was like still in high school. So I bought I'll show you the Wicked Ridge Invader X4, I believe is what it's called. Yep. So I used this bow for many years. It's been actually a very nice bow. Pretty much, it's got built-in strings. You pull this, pulls your bow back. You have to use it with your foot. You put your foot in here, grab the handles, and you pull this all the way back to the clicks. So this actually, I've taken out a couple deer using this, but recently, I'd say like last year, my wife surprised me. Well, I think she's my girlfriend at the time, or yeah, she was my girlfriend at the time. But she surprised me with a new crossbow because my father-in-law and brother-in-law, they got these two new bows. Well, from I think it was Scheels. While Sarah, we were at my grandparents up north and hanging out with my family, she went out with my mom and picked up the new crossbow she ordered. So this was the current one I used at the time, and then this is the one that she surprised me with. So it's the Wicked Ridge by 10 Point. I think it's the Raider. It doesn't really say like the other one, but it's got the AccuDraw decock. So pretty much instead of having to use your foot and pull it, all you have to do, you put this over the scope, put it on the strings, and you get a crank. So it's not even, you don't even have to use your foot or any of your muscle. You just grab your little crank, put it in this hole here by pushing this down. So there you go. Now all you gotta do is spin it and it cranks by itself. And then there's a button on here where it's like push to decock. So you'll push this button here, and then you put your pin back and you spin it counterclockwise, and it'll pull the bowstring back to its spot. So yeah, I haven't actually been able to get a deer with this. I think my last buck that I did get was my old bow. So I'm really hoping that this season, which with the new kid or my little daughter, I'm hoping for October 30th and the 31st, which is pretty much going to be like prime rut. And I've checked my cameras a little bit here. There's a lot of good bucks, but you never know with the rut. There could be new ones that walk through the property, and it's kind of a surprise this year because throughout the following years, when I lived up north, now I live in Kenosha, it's I don't really know what's out there because I don't constantly check the cameras. That should be fun this year. So this is something that I haven't been using a whole lot. It's been out probably at least 1 year, and it rained, so I put a protectant, pretty much like a rubber spray on it that's meant for tents. I was able to weatherproof it. But this is the Tidewee 360 pretty much view. So you get your Tidewee. You can go on their website, tidewee.com. You can get one of these for yourself. So pretty much come in here and it's all see-through. Like if you look, you can see through the windows. These adjust, they're silent and stealthy, but you can look through, you can see pretty much everything through it. You can go up, and then the back wall behind you is all dark, so the deer have a hard time seeing you. Which is kind of cool about this, you see that you can see stuff through it, but when you go through the door, they can't see you. The last thing would be clothing. So it's like, what clothing's best? Well, it's kind of preference. You can wear real tree, mossy oak. They make scent block clothing. That's really good. But a lot of times I'll use real tree, mossy oak, um, Huntwise, and stuff from the company Bucks Hunting Co., which is one of my pretty much Flair's company that he likes. I like his products. I have a couple sweatshirts, some thermal hoodies. They work really good. They keep me warm. So you can go out and buy a pretty much a coat that's like $500 and it'll keep you warm. It's pretty much all in one. But I like to bundle. I like to wear a sweatshirt and at least a winter jacket. So when I get warm, I can take the jacket off, and that's not the only layer I'm wearing. So yeah, that was a what do I kind of use in a nutshell. But I'll probably include links to stuff if you guys are interested in looking at it, seeing if you guys want it, if you're trying to get into hunting. Because I know this has kind of been a request for a while. It's kind of just like for new hunters like that kind of want to get into it. They don't really know what to use, what to buy. It's kind of like because I'm a budget hunter, so whatever, pretty much get stuff on sale, stuff I've had for many years that's still in good condition because I try to keep my stuff new. But I'll provide links in the description if you guys would like to look at any of this stuff to get into it. But without any other ado, that was pretty much the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed and found it interesting on what I use. So thanks for watching.